Hey, what's up guys? Tim Little here with Tactical Bassin. It's been a little while since I've been out on Clearlake. It's late afternoon. The 4th of July holiday has passed, so we're gonna go out and see if we can figure out some of these summer bass. You know, we got algae bloom, we got high temperatures, about 98 degrees. So we're gonna go out there, gonna run around and see if we can catch a few. All right, so what I'm throwing the River Sea Whopper Plopper. Throwing on a 7.5 foot, 30-pound braid. But what I'm looking for little sparse pieces of grass just below the surface, and I'm throwing this bait right over the top of them. You know, this north end of Clearlake, there's not a lot of structure out in the middle of the lake. Anywhere for that matter, besides grass and tules. So when you can find a good grass mat, you can usually get bit multiple times out of the same mat. Once I start finding mats that are a little bit thicker and more grass actually on the surface, I will switch over to like a horny toad style bait. Something that you can rig weedless and still run it over the grass like a buzz bait. This Whopper Plopper is great for open water and sparse grass, but when you get in that thicker stuff, it starts hanging up quite a bit. This is a horny toad. I normally rig it on a 6/0 beast hook, but this is a 4/0. I'm gonna try that out today. See how it works. We have a video on toad style baits, you know, horny toads and rage toads, all that stuff. A lot of different baits on the market. A lot of them have different actions. They got different type of feet on them and make completely different sounds in the water. This horny toad, the reason I went with this horny toad today, it's a little bit more subtle. A lot of guys have been throwing buzz baits and stuff. There's a lot of shad in the water. You can see them flickering. And this horny toad, just a real subtle little bait on the surface. Try and mimic those shad popping a little bit better. Tell you what, it's cooking out here. Flat calm, no breeze, little toasty. Doing the same kind of thing with this this horny toad that I was doing with the Whopper Plopper, just kind of hitting this outside sparse grass. There's a lot of thicker stuff inside, a lot of cheese. I'll fish that better with a frog or a flippin' or punch rod. But I just want to see, like I said, I haven't been out here. I want to see if these fish are outside on this grass. I don't think I like this 4/0 hook very well. Might have to go back to the 6/0. When you're using these hooks, you want to use these super line hooks, because I'm throwing straight braid. I'm throwing 50-pound braid. You want to be able to get these fish out of the thickest of cover. Retry that with a 6/0 hook. It's a little bit heavier hook. It's bigger, so it's got a bigger keel on it, and it keeps that bait upright in the water, so the bait doesn't flip upside down. The hook point go upside down and grab all the grass. All right, so right here, what I'm doing, back off for a second. Back behind me, there's a bunch of big ponds. You know, Clearlake, we had a lot of high water this year, and they filled with water. Lots of bass back there and bait. Well, now that the water's dropping, it's dropping fairly quick. This is one of the mouths right here. So the fish are pulling out of those ponds. Nice little bass. They're pulling out of these ponds, and it's a pretty obvious spot. Nice willow tree, some shade. Ate it. covering water. Nice little healthy bass, 4 pounds. Got a few. Hey guys, back here at the dock. So I took you fishing for a couple hours. I'm back here, gonna load the boat and go cook some dinner for my kids. But real quick, let's talk about today. You know, I went out, I was expecting to find some offshore grass, some topwater stuff, and I didn't find it. You know, the 10, 12 foot range, there wasn't the grass on top like I'm used to. So I went in one of the sloughs I've had a lot of good luck in, and threw a frog for quite a while. I threw the horny toad, and I threw the what we got, the river to sea bullywah too. Cut the legs real short. Got a few bites, only one good one, and unfortunately that one didn't stick. Caught a couple little rats, but man, I went shallow. I saw a lot of bait. You know, one thing, real quick, let me grab this guy. Crawdads. You know, I stayed in that slough for quite a while because a lot of those primrose, there was bright red crawdads crawling all over, and there was shad swimming around, and it just looked real good. I threw that frog and that horny toad for quite a while with only a few bites, but I wanted to show you guys this. You know, these crawdads on Clearlake, this is a small one, and I saw some that were a lot brighter red than this, but it's pretty hard to to beat this color setup. I didn't really have a jig with me, but as you can see, it's a really close match. What this is a color that a lot of the jigs come in. This is called NorCal Craw by Dirty Jigs Tackle. It does come with more orange in it, and I pulled that out, but it's available in a lot of the jigs they make, as well as punch skirts. This is a Bloody Mary Sweet Beaver by Reactions Innovations. So as you can see, that's a perfect imitation of these crawdads. So if I would have been more prepared, I would have brought some flipping jigs and stuff. But anyways, man, I went shallow. Started seeing a lot of bait fish on the docks, and I started throwing a little square bill. And I mean, you guys saw it. I caught fish after fish. You know, a lot of little guys, but some good ones too. It probably had, you know, 21 and a half, 22 pounds. Biggest one I caught was probably 5, but unfortunately the camera died right as I did the hook set on that. But a great day for just a few hours out here. The square bills I was switching between, the Lucky Craft BDS 3 on the deeper docks. I was throwing that, and 7-to-1 gear ratio reel, braid to 15-pound leader. And on the shallower docks, I was actually throwing the BDS 1. Now, unfortunately, Lucky Craft discontinued this bait. I don't know why companies discontinue stuff that works well, but awesome combo, because, you know, depending on the depth of the dock and the level of the grass, I could switch between the baits. And you'll see a lot of the casts I'd make with the shallow bait, and I'd go with the deeper one and catch one, and vice versa. So as far as the docks, like I said, it's right after 4th of July, so a lot of people have the docks real low to the water, and it was hard to get casts underneath. But I just kind of focused on the ones that were higher up and had big shade. A lot of the fish weren't even under the dock. They're in the shade. As the sun moves, you know, that shade moves and the fish move with it too. So anyways, I took you guys out on the water for a few hours. I haven't been on Clearlake in a while, but caught some good fish, had a great day. You know, nothing to write home about, no giants, but a lot of fun. And if you want to bring your kids out and throw a little square bill on the docks, they'd have a blast. But anyways, hope you guys liked the video. Shirts available, sweatshirts available, hats available. Remember, hit the subscribe button, like the channel, and we'll talk to you soon, guys.
Foraging on. First thing is going to be the square bill crankbait. The square bill is a compact bait, fits that general bluegill profile where it's a short, stumpy bait, pretty round. More importantly, it moves very quickly, very erratic, something that bluegill do different.
This may be a better day than I think. This lake is starting to look pretty stacked. So we're gonna run down lake. I don't know how well you guys can see, but basically I've got a big point over on this side and an even larger point there on the left, and then the dam down there in the background. And I think I'm gonna focus around those first couple of big points, although I gotta admit this stuff is looking pretty darn good. But we're gonna start out down there. We're gonna focus on some of that stuff and see if we can find some fish on the little bit of structure that is in